I was using a Massachusetts accent because these guys are up there. They're going to have something of a beer patty, as they say up there. They're not going to get faced, as they used to say in the old days up there. They're going to have a beer, maybe a half a beer each of them. What do you make of its potential?
Well, Eugene, let me translate it for you, and with all due respect, let's just call it what it is, a complete waste of time, something that has dragged on for entirely too long. It's been 8 days that we've been talking about this non-story. The fact is that Professor Gates has made it a non-story simply because I'm watching this guy on TV just a few days ago, and he literally said, hey, you know what, my door was locked and I tried to nudge it open, and I'm saying to myself, I had some legitimate questions about it from Jump Street, but then when I heard him say that, I'm like, wait a minute, you are not at home, you come back in from off the road, you've locked yourself out, you're trying to open your door, and all it takes to open your door is a nudge. Give me a break. You were trying to really push that door open. That's why you had your driver, whoever was with you, to help you do so. So when you take that into account and then you listen to what Sergeant Crowley said, wait a minute, then it could have been anything, and at the end of the day, what it comes down to is this may not have been an issue about racial profiling after all. It may have been just a complete misunderstanding. That is something that Professor Gates has still yet to acknowledge, and I find that utterly unfortunate.
You want to answer that?
Well, no, I disagree with Stephen. I don't think this is a complete non-story. I think it's a very interesting story. And one of the reasons I think it's so interesting is that this is one of these little episodes that make people talk about race or talk around race, whatever you want to, but this one, there's no tragedy that we have to take into account. Nobody got shot. Nobody got hurt. All that was hurt were some feelings and some egos. And so in this sort of fault-free environment, we could. Well, I think that's true.
Okay, look. Suppose they try to get something done. It seems odd to me. What's going to happen, then again, a lot of things that happen in Washington are odd, that they won't talk about what happened. Mm-hmm. Now, they don't talk about what happened. I don't know what the hell this thing's. I'm with Stephen completely. They don't talk about what happened.
Right.
Now, it seems to me there is a critical moment in this whole kerfuffle, if you use a Yiddishism here, which is not appropriate. Well, I don't know. What are we going to call it? Let's get an Irish name for it. I'll think of it in a minute. Donnybrook. Donnybrook.
Magilla.
Okay.